making the same mistakes. But it's very important to understand also how we get those information. There is a very interesting test that I would like to share with you, and I would like to ask you to simply go on this link and to have this 20 questions test. And once you will be ready, please show me with your hand by one of these functions of the Adobe Connect, so we can go on. This is the link. Please have a look on the chat. It's on the left side, and please accomplish with all the questions. Guys, please raise your hand if you manage to accomplish the test. You can actually use this function that you have on top, close to the webcam. There is a puppet. You can just click it. So please raise your hand if you... Okay, thanks, Arlinda. What about the other? Okay, so it seems the other people did not finish. If you're encountering any problem, please write it down in the chat. Solo uno, te aguanto igual. ¿Cómo? Non ho ancora finito. Okay, did you manage? Is everything okay? Okay, we wait a little bit more. Natasha is in, Arlinda is in. Okay, we can maybe go on. You can actually have a look on your profile in the end, and uh, of course we can speak a little bit about that. If your result is more on the frame of activist, for example, activists learn best from experiences, where there are, for example, new experience, problem, opportunities from which they actually learn. They can go across themselves in short. They can actually, for competitive leadership, they really do learn by role-playing exercises. They have a lot of the limelight, a lot of high visibility. We can say that they really look ahead. They look about the product. They don't care so much about the process, but they do care about the product, and they really always feel the responsibility. They are actually the leaders, the ones that they take the team with them, and they actually get farther. They get also a lot of stress in their life while the things are not made in the right time. We do have the profile of reflector. They do learn a little bit more once they have the possibility to reach decision on their own time, like without any kind of pressure or any kind of very strong deadlines. We do have the terrorist. The terrorists like to make questions. They do like to have a method that is below their learning, and they actually are very familiar with all the intellectual stretches. And then we have the pragmatist. The pragmatist is actually those that learn much faster when they have a link between the subject matter and the problems or the opportunity of the job. I would like to send you also the file, so you can maybe see in the file that I'm sending to you right now with Giovanni what is the plus and minus of each of us. I have said it is very important to understand in which of the four districts we do are, because it helps us to get faster the competencies of and to learn much more easier with whom we want to work and with whom we are working around. This is the file is the page 21. Yes. You already you will have it in a second. Please have a look on this file. Devo c'è il microfono. Poi faccio youth passes. Ora che ti parli in narrativa. Okay, I maybe like this would be better. So in the file you can see the different profile according to what you gain by your exam or survey. Please have a look about plus and minus, and maybe we can comment if you find yourself in this profile or not. We have to say that usually each of us has one profile, plus one a little bit less developed, but still we do have both of them, and the third one that is very minimized, but in the lateral side. But we do have also that. But we do can reflect in one of those, the one that is dominating our personality. Now, as we were talking about learning, in Europe, as you know, we do have two different ways of certifying the competencies. We do have the youth pass for all the activity in the youth field, and we do have the Europass that is actually certifying not only our CV, but also the level of the languages that we learn, and also the experience on mobility that we are getting in Europe. Please have a look on the materials we are sending you, and then we can actually start our soft skills analysis. Documenti. I siti internet, Youth Pass li metto io. Okay. First one is this one, Youth Pass. Share my screen. Okay, here you can find them. This is the Youth Pass. It's actually a document that the European Union created in 2007 that is actually following the idea that European Union is the learning of the non-formal. Actually, a document that the idea that European Union has to recognize the learning of. And this is the Europass that is actually certifying all the skills that you can learn in the non-formal field. Here you can write down also Erasmus Plus, and you can your analysis about your level of knowledge about languages. The most interesting things about those two documents is that you are self-reflecting. The European Union is validated, and you can use it in many different competitions and call for 10 later in one those. In which one of those? Now we can start to talk a little bit about our skills, soft skills. Torniamo sulla Adobe. Come torno su Adobe? Okay, there were a lot of research in terms of which are the most important soft skills that are important to enter in the labor market, and I would like you to accept that I'm sharing with you. Da qui. No, di quelle 4 che avevo preparato c'era media. Okay, so those are the 10 skills for success. So it's basically a very interesting indication that European Union is providing to young people to suggest on how to enter in the labor market. Let's have a look on all of those. The first one is actually communication in foreign languages. So I think we all agree on the fact that as many language we do know, as much easier it will be to find a placement. But we are here talking not about only speaking, but about communication. And I would like to share with you a little information on what I think communication means. So communication actually have different elements. The first is actually content. I don't know if you ever have these feelings that while you are communicating with someone, the content that you want to transform and to share with another person is not very clear. So content is very important. Like we need to understand in our mind once we communicate with another person, but also in our format that we share it with others, what is the exact materials that we want to deliver. Then there is the media. Most of the time we do make mistakes on the right way to let our idea goes on the other person. For instance, in this moment we are using this system of webinar to try to discuss about soft skills. That is probably a way, but it could be even better to work with you face to face and to understand by question and by other way of communicating the sense of our chat today. There's also another element. This is significance. So it's basically especially in the intercultural communication, what is the right meaning that we give to the same word. For instance, if we talk about justice, justice is a matter of law for some of us, but for others it's a matter not only about law only, but also a matter of equity. What I mean is each of us, especially according to our culture, get for the same word a different understanding. So it's very important to give the right significance. There was a reclama a lot of times ago. I don't know if you ever saw it. There was a family of Italians that entered in a very old car, and they were listening an English song that was full of lot of swearing. And the people was actually listening it and screaming it very loudly in the family because they couldn't really understand the significance of it. So significance sometimes help us to avoid a lot of mistakes and a lot of difficult moments with other people. Then it's very important direction. In this moment I'm speaking with you, but I'm not receiving your reaction by voice. And this obviously affects our way of communicating. So I don't know, for example, if my message should be a little bit faster, it is slower, if everything is clear, if you do have any questions, and to try to address my speech to each of the persons that are here presented. So directions help to have a more useful and concrete communication. Absolutely. And efficiency and the effect is the last element of communication. So it's basically to check how much the communication was actually effective. So I think communication then is not only what we do verbally, but also absolutely the way we share content to other person, and keep it in consideration that the voice, the sound that we are using to communicate is only the 20% of what the other person are getting. We can go back to our PowerPoint and to go to the second competence. So the second competence is civic and social skill. And nowadays people are losing the interest and the curiosity to chat together, and this is very bad because society actually grow, and we are happy when we talk to each other, and when we are happy when we understand a new experience, and when we get other element by our friend. Social, and it is very important because companies need this kind of people that help them to sell the materials. They help them to find, for example, a donor, or to relate with a politician, with a stakeholder. So those people that, because of their sanguine temperament or because of their skill, they manage actually to catch the attention and to get the interest of the people in order to provide them the information we need. The product that you create can be fantastic, but if you don't have these people that are able to sell, to stay with the other, you will not find the possibility to have a sell, to maximize or to realize what you are planning. Then we do have the team management and the leadership skills. This is one of the most difficult competencies, and probably we should divide them in two parts. So management should be one competence and leadership should be another one. when we manage a group, it's always not easy because people are different. So it's impossible to decide which kind of right method should be applied for every group. But we can actually say that there are different techniques, and that techniques we can see in a second in our file. 46 prima.
C'è 47, non c'è 46. La faccio al volo.
Sì, vai 47 prima.
Ingrandiscitelo. Tira.